The lunar surface, one of Slim's two main engine nozzles, mysteriously detached 50 mm above the moon's surface. This off-center thrust caused it to gain lateral motion, which it tried to stabilize unsuccessfully with its smaller thrusters. The incredible thing is that Slim was able to identify the anomaly in its descent and find a safe spot to touch down, avoiding a crash. Sim tipped over onto its nose, as seen in images from one of two autonomous probes Slim released before it touched down. We can see the box-shaped main vehicle on the surface of the moon upside down with its panels pointing away from the sun instead of up towards it. As planned, without light from the sun, it was only a brief matter of time before the craft would run out of energy and shut down soon after landing. Slim sent back a mosaic image of its landing site using its limited battery power with just 12% of power remaining. Jackson decided to switch the craft off in hopes of a possible recovery. When the sun's angle changed, indeed, just 10 days later on January 29th, that's exactly what happened. For 2 short days, Slim was able to power on using energy from the sun, which had since shifted its angle in the sky. However, the elation was short-lived by the JAXA team, who knew the lunar night was approaching, which would likely spell the end of our revolutionary little spacecraft. Lunar nights are a challenge to all moonbound missions. They are absolutely brutal, and it isn't uncommon for lunar craft not to survive a lunar night. For example, the first U.S. craft to make it to the moon in 50 years, the U.S. lander Osus, failed to awaken following the night, much like Slim. It malfunctioned on approach and landed on its nose in early 2024. Despite going into hibernation mode for 3 weeks, it did not wake up again. Since the moon doesn't really have an atmosphere, there's nothing to stabilize its surface temperature. During a lunar day when the moon is facing, the sun temperatures can reach 121 degrees C. During a lunar night, the moon is plunged into total darkness, and temperatures dropped to an average of 180 degrees C. That's quite the whiplash for our little lander. What's more, days and nights on the moon aren't like the 12-hour days, 00, 10, 42. And nights on Earth, they last 14 days each. That's a fortnight of searing heat, followed by a fortnight of total freezing. Darkness. Slim wasn't designed to withstand a lunar night, so on the 31st of January, the mission team put it into a hibernation state for the next 14 days. It was not expected to survive, but the hopeful crew decided they tried to establish contact after the sun rose again just in case. On the 26th of February, Ja attempted to re-establish contact with Slim, with few expectations. Imagine their total shock and elation when Slim responded. Their miracle moon sniper survived its first lunar night and started sending pictures back to Earth. It gets even better after 2 weeks of data and image collection during its second lunar day. JAXA set Slim into hibernation, once again surviving. 1 lunar night is no small feat. No one expected Slim to survive a second one, but somehow it did. On the 21st of March, JAXA confirmed they received more communication from Slim. Following its second lunar night, the pattern continued in late April, when even more pictures were sent back from the lunar surface following its third lunar night. Slim had totally defied the odds, maintaining its functionality through intense levels of heat and cold, which could destroy most electronics not specifically designed for these conditions. Somehow Slim still managed to send back data and images following 3 lunar nights. These images of the surrounding moon rocks will help researchers better understand lunar geology. In one image, Slim took a close-up photo of a moon rock called Toy Poodle 001235 using a special multiband camera. Despite the blur, geologists can use this to distinguish between the different materials that make up the rock, giving clues as to how the moon formed. Following the 4th lunar night, JAXA attempted once again to re-establish communication with Slim. However, as of the 27th of May, they've been unable to confirm successful communication with the Moon Sniper. Despite all its heroic efforts, it's likely it has fallen silent once and for all. Still, JAXA's first lunar touchdown is a breakthrough in interplanetary travel. Demonstrating the feasibility of such pinpoint landings opens the door to many other possibilities. One key area of interest to scientists is the South Pole Aitken Basin, where the Moon's mantle is suspected to have once been exposed on the surface. NASA is also planning a return to the Moon in 2026, with the launch of their Artemis missions. Pinpoint touchdowns, like the one executed by Moon Sniper, may be vital in helping us get to water ice lying in permanently shadowed regions, which until now have been inaccessible. Moon Sniper stands as a testament to all the progress and innovation we've achieved since the last lunar era of the late 60s and early 70s, as both public and private interest in revisiting the Moon continues to grow. Missions like Moon Sniper give us a glimpse into what the second lunar era might have in store for us. If I were a superstitious man, I would advise you to be careful what you call your space missions. When Russia named its first mission to the Moon in 47 years, it was originally given the designation Luna Glob, translating in English to Luna Sphere. However, this name troubled scientific director of the Space Research Institute of the Russian Academy of Sciences. Lev Zeleny. Glob was too similar to a different Russian word, grob, meaning coffin. Zeleny changed the name of the mission to Luna 25, intending to call back to the earlier Soviet Luna missions, which were the last time Russian.